welcome to week 1 of Ballet Marvel. Of course, it had to be Loki week. The costume. And I promise that other pictures and videos you will get a better look at my horns, which are very pretty and sparkly, but you can't really see it because this lighting is garbage. So, I forgot my notes over there. Week 1, Loki. Why Loki? Well, how could I not? Loki is without a doubt my favorite character in the MCU and in Marvel in general. He is, let me see what I wrote, because I wrote something decent. So I'm never related to a fictional character more than I relate to Loki. He's a queer adoptee fuck-up with dark hair. Hello. I wrote he's a dark-haired queer adoptee fuck-up. He makes the most catastrophic mistakes, creates the biggest mess, and then just goes, well, that happened. That's me. Yeah, I'm adopted. So is my brother. When I was growing up, there were no adoptee characters. There were only adoptee characters in books written specifically for adoptees, which I found boring. Yeah, and so I basically was like, nobody's ever going to write an adoptee character because nobody cares, quite frankly. The only time they care is when they feel like telling me what my experiences are, which, fuck you, non-adoptees. People have a very weird idea of what adoption is. It's not shopping for children, people, and not all adoptees are stolen from foreign lands. If you want to talk about foreign adoption, specify that you're talking about foreign adoption, for fuck's sake. So yeah, I had pretty much just given up. When I started querying agents, I was told that nobody was going to buy an adoptee character unless they refer to their biological parents by familial names. That doesn't happen. I don't understand that at all, but whatever. So it came as quite as a shock when Thor comes out, and here's this fucking adoptee character who's able to, like, I mean, the first movie, yeah, adoption was kind of like a trauma, but still, I kind of fucking love that he killed his biological father, because holy fuck, that was awesome. I'm so sick of people romanticizing familial bonds as being just of blood. Like, come on, people. Yeah, and then, like, as each movie continued, I saw more of myself in Loki, and I was just like, this is the best thing ever. There's actually an adoptee character who's like me. Oh, by the way, look at the back of the dress. It's pretty too. Yeah, and obviously being queer, I was like, this is even better. Yeah, he's great. So my favorite movie in the entire world is Thor Ragnarok, and it's because of that's the first time my brother and I ever saw a realistic adoptee sibling bond. Like, it's just, I really can't even put into words how meaningful that is for myself as an adoptee to see, like, oh yeah, these guys are brothers, even though they don't share blood. That is such a difficult concept for some people to understand, even today. Yeah, and I just remember being very moved in the theater. And I actually started crying when I listened to Taika Waititi's director commentary, or was it the director? It was either in the director commentary or it was in an interview where he spoke about the importance of showing a bond like this, a bond between adopted siblings. I had never heard a non-adoptee say something like that. I never heard a non-adoptee care about that. And I just was reduced to tears. I am an emotional person, but, like, it's very rare that I'm reduced to tears. More often, I am spurred to anger, but that's a whole other thing. Yeah, that movie just meant a great deal to me, and it still does. That there's a picture here. I went through a dark period a couple years back when I lost my friend. I was also going through a friendship breakup because I'm great at drama. Um, that picture actually saved my life and convinced me to continue living. Actually, yeah, it was the first. I couldn't believe there was fan art for somebody like me. um, yeah, and aside from that, there's an elegance to Loki that really lends itself well to ballet. Um, so when this was the first costume Carolina made for Ballet Marvel, and I believe this is the first helm that Carol made for Ballet Marvel, and it has Swarovski crystals, so it sparkles, people, just all sparkly. Ooh, I think I saw it sparkle. Um, and I remember the first time I put it on and just whew. I think Carolina based it on dark fairies in various ballets. You can kind of see the skirt has some. Oh, I really wish I could find a better angle, but oh well. Um, it's based on a dark fairy, which fits very well with Loki. Um, this is in fact my 10th Loki look, my 10th Loki cosplay. 11th if you count my Sylvie one. Do I count my Sylvie? Yeah. I've never seen my story in mainstream media. I I never thought my story mattered. That was the message I got even when I was shopping around my own story that had adoptees that had experiences that were familiar to me, and people would just say no, we don't care. And a lot of fandom still says who no, it doesn't matter. It's not an adoptee story, but it's important to me. Yeah, so this is I just really love that I there's a character like me that I can cosplay. I never thought I'd have that. Yeah. Um so this week I will be talking about Kristen McNally, and the ballet I will be talking about is the Royal Ballet's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. So stick around for that. Bye. Alright. So I completely forgot the special thanks yesterday because I am forgetful as fuck. I plan to do these more at the beginning of the video, but yeah, I forgot yesterday. So it's a new day. It's actually my birthday, so I don't mind being dressed up as Loki on my birthday. Special thanks. The overall project is dedicated to my best friend and my late friend Billy. However, I'm going to dedicate individual characters to people who have just encouraged me to cosplay because it's honestly really difficult for me. Yeah. Also, before I forget, because I know I will, the picture I pointed out earlier, as well as all the other art behind me, is by Brianna Cherry Garcia. I will tag her in this post. Please follow her, support her, fangirl over her stuff because it's amazing and gorgeous. And yeah, like I said, that picture as well as the one next to it actually saved my life at a time when I didn't really want to live. So special thanks for Loki Week. Also, again, before I forget, ADD tangent here. Thank you to Tom Hiddleston for playing Loki and for being so sensitive about playing an adoptee character. That means a great deal, and I know a lot of people probably don't tell him that, but yeah, it really means a great deal to people like me. And similarly, thank you to Sophia DiMartino, who plays Sylvie, who, holy God, that character feels like me. One of my friends even said, you have to cosplay her, and I was like, yeah, I do. So thank you, Tom Hiddleston and Sophia DiMartino, for playing adoptees, and for saying it means a lot. Thank you to Taika Waititi. Thank you to Kate Herron. I know that it was. I really can't thank her and the Loki series team enough for not shying away from adoptee characters and not being afraid to say adopted and not being afraid to have two adoptee characters talk about adoption like it's normal, because it is normal, and it just means a lot that I have a character I can cosplay. I have two characters I can cosplay. Yeah, so thanks to all of them. I'm sure they get that a lot, but yeah, just had to throw that in there. So the first two characters of Ballet Marvel are dedicated to my friends Brianna Cherry Cosplay and T. Trey Bat, who when the very first cosplay I ever did, I thought it would be my last because I was scared out of my mind. I was like, I am not a cosplayer. I bought my stuff, and it was at a con, and they were so kind and so encouraging, and ever since then they've really been great. Whenever I show a new cosplay, they're so full of encouragement, and I mean, they're so accomplished, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. Sometimes you just need a cheerleader in your corner, you know. Sometimes you just need somebody to say, hey, that's really cool, or hey, you should totally do that. And yeah, so that's the start of Ballet Marvel. The next two characters are this character. So Loki and next week's character are for Brianna Cherry Cosplay and T. Trey Bat. They will be tagged in the description. Please give them a like and a follow and throw all the love their way. All right, so looking forward to the rest of the week. Bye.